Hello lovelies, happy Sunday. How are you guys doing today? So I'm sharing my quick recipe on how I make yummy buns, Nigerian buns for my family. The list of ingredients is going to be in the description box, but just a quick overview of the ingredients I used flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, nutmeg, butter, egg. I added milk, and then I didn't use water eventually. So we're gonna start by mixing the dry ingredients together. So I went in with the flour, I added the baking soda, that's me adding the nutmeg. I had added a little bit of salt and the baking powder earlier. So I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together. The flour I used is all-purpose flour and it was whisked earlier. So now we're going to prepare the wet ingredients. I'll be using evaporated milk for this recipe. Feel free to use warm water in place of the evaporated milk. If you really want to use milk, you could also use the powdered milk and you would add that to the dry ingredients. However, for this particular one, I'm using the evaporated milk instead of powdered milk. So I'm going to add 1 egg to the milk. So because I am using a lot of milk, I will not be adding water to this recipe at all. Now, you are not under any obligation to use the milk, please. You could just use water. You don't necessarily have to use milk. So I'm going to mix all the wet ingredients together, whisk it very well, and I will bring the dry ingredient back again. Because this container I'm using obviously is small, I'll just have the sugar. I'll add the sugar to the flour and then I'll mix all of that together. Also because I obviously want the sugar to blend in with the rest of the dry ingredients. So give that a very good mix to make sure everything is well combined. Now I have another white container right beside this mix because this bowl will be too small to take on the whole batter. So I'm transferring that flour mix, the dry ingredients, into that other bigger bowl so that I can add the butter and the wet ingredients. So now I'm going in with my butter. So I'm going to be mixing the butter with the flour till it gets crumbly. That might take a few minutes. Funny enough, it's something I like to do because I find it to be therapeutic. So there's no rush. Take your time. Just keep mixing it that way. It would only take a few minutes, frankly speaking. It also depends on the quantity that you're making. But for this particular recipe, I used 3 cups of flour for that 1 cup of milk. So just keep mixing together till it gets crumbly. Yes, so we are still mixing. It takes a while, like I said. It takes a little bit of time. Good. So now it's already looking the way we want it to look. Very well mixed, crumbly texture. So now that we've been able to complete, mixing it very well, we're going to introduce the wet ingredients, add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Pour in the entire mix and then we mix it again. So this time you want to get a smooth paste. You want to get a smooth mix. So you keep turning it. Keep mixing. Just mix it with your hands. It would only take a few minutes. Just mix. Now that is the kind of texture I wanted for my buns. I wanted it crunchy I wanted it soft at the same time. It was part of why I used that milk. And then that's the consistency you should aim for. Good. Look at that. It's runny, but not too liquidy, and it's not too thick either. That is a perfect small consistency to make Nigerian buns. So once you've achieved that consistency, put your oil on fire. Make sure the oil is hot. A good test to make sure the oil is ready is you put in a skewer, and then you see that it sizzles, then you know your oil is hot enough. Going with the mixed batter, I chose to use ice cream scoop because I don't have, for whatever reason, I've not gotten a hang of using my hand to scoop batter into oil for both pop-off and buns. So I'll usually just look for whatever works for me. I mean, life is not so hard. It's only as hard as you make it to be. So I use whatever is available. Ice cream scoop. I could even just use what's it called, measuring spoons, those baking measuring spoons. Just put oil on it and then scoop it into your oil. It works perfectly also. So now we're going to be frying our buns, and that's it. It's looking very perfect. It's looking yummy. So you give it some time. Make sure it's not too hot. Like, you don't want the temperature of the cooker to be too hot, else your buns is going to burn on the outside without cooking on the inside. So I kept turning this to make sure that it fried very well, not just the outside looking brown. That's not enough. What I was aiming for was to ensure that the buns was fully done, both on the outside and the inside. Okay, so yeah, so just keep turning like that. Keep frying. So I kept using that skewer to keep turning it. Now it's looking golden brown. That's a very good color for buns. So remove it. You can scoop it out now once it's golden brown and you've allowed it to fry for a few minutes, and you know your Nigerian buns is ready. The good thing about Nigerian buns is that it works for every occasion and it cuts across all family. You know, you could use it for a quick snack, you could use it for a meal, you could use it to host people, you could even use it for breakfast. Just make tea, coffee, whatever it is you want to have. I mean, I do that a lot. Now this buns is looking very yummy. Is ready. That's a batch that is ready. It's golden brown on the outside. So I'll keep repeating the process. Now see the inside, obviously showing that it is well cooked, it is well made. It's so yummy. It's soft on the inside, it's crunchy on the outside. Very perfect consistency, very perfect texture for the Nigerian buns. This is a must try if you are yet to try the Nigerian buns. It's so easy to make and it's filling, unlike it. So the difference between the Nigerian buns and the pop-off is that I find the buns to be more filling. Like, it fills you up quicker than the pop-off. You're going to eat a lot more pop-off before you get full compared with buns. Tell me in the comment if you're going to be trying this recipe out. I'll leave a detailed of the measurements in the description for you to please try it out. It's easy to make. This was made in less than 30 minutes. Like, I made it in the morning for the kids to take to school and it came out so well. You should also be trying this out, okay? Everybody would love it. The children, adults, like, it works well for everybody. Thank you for watching today. Be rest assured that we have more interesting recipes as we have the Yuletide around the corner. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the video.